the off week?
Good. We had some good training sessions last week, and I got a nice weekend off. Good running yesterday, and a good session today. So worked on a few things, worked on some fitness, went hard for a few sessions last week. So and followed up by a weekend off, which was obviously very nice mentally and physically. So I think we'll be in a good spot come this weekend.
Anything in particular tactically that you can share if y'all worked on last week?
No, nothing in particular. It was more just working on like one-on-one stuff, getting after each other a little bit, being proactive and competing, but some fitness work, but not too much tactically or formation-wise.
Now that you've had a couple of weeks of training with George Bello, what have you seen from him?
He's a good young player. I'm excited to see him on the field someday because I think that he's got a bright future. He's a guy that doesn't shy away from a tackle. He's fast, athletic, and he can get up and down the wing. So I think he's got all the attributes you'd want out of an outside back. So hopefully he's ready when his number's called and can take advantage of the opportunity because that's what he needs right now. He needs that opportunity, and he might get it this year. And if he does, I wouldn't be surprised to see him do well because he's talented.
As a guy in his late 20s, what advice would you give to George Bello as he's starting out his career?
Don't take anything for granted. Don't take any day for granted. Don't take the job for granted. You learn over the years how to take care of your body, the work that you need to put in, the extra stuff you have to do off the field and in the gym. You don't have to do that when you're younger because your body can recover and your body can take care of itself. But if he's watching, he can learn some stuff from myself and other guys in the locker room. But right now he just needs to be ready for his opportunity. He doesn't know when it's going to come. It could come on Sunday. It could come in 3 weeks. It could come next season. But he needs to be ready for it when it does come because if you can take advantage of that first opportunity, it could be career changing. And you don't know how many opportunities you get. Of course, somebody as young as him will get more than one. But I've seen guys' career trajectory change on taking advantage of that first opportunity.
Michael, you guys have been through an all-star break. You've been through a week off. Now you have 10 games remaining. Is this kind of where the push starts?
Yeah, definitely. I think that as summer winds down, you get into fall. This is where the games usually crank up a notch. You start to look at the standings week by week and see where you are and see where other teams are, and playoff positioning begins. So obviously it's more dire where you're towards the bottom, but even for us, we're shooting for the Shield, and that first round bye, it's important. So we definitely want to keep ourselves at the top for as long as possible, hopefully the rest of the time. But definitely these games take on, I don't want to say more importance because you wouldn't say that those games in the beginning of the season aren't important, but heightened awareness, heightened I don't know what the word is, but we know they mean a lot.
Would you rather be a close race, or would you rather be running away with the Supporter Shield and top seed in the East? Are there advantages to both?
Yeah, I think there are. I don't know how it feels to run away with the Supporter Shield, but obviously there's benefits to that as far as maybe resting some guys if you've got midweek games and things like that. But I think when you're battling week in and week out, and you understand how important each game is, that gets you ready for the playoffs. You want to go into the playoffs feeling good, knowing that you can win a tough game, win games that matter, and that you've got guys next to you that are ready to dig in and understand the importance of it. So we're going to have a bunch of games like that coming down the stretch.
Columbus itself, they're Higuain and his artists. Just talk about their front line and defending that and dealing with what they bring offensively, Columbus.
Yeah, offensively, their movement and their patterns are so good that they stretch you off defensively. That's where they're key. I don't think it's the individuals. I think it's the style of play, it's the team, it's the concepts. Certainly there's individuals that can break you down, but it's their movement. It's their striker always on the back shoulder of the center back. It's the Miram tucking inside now that he's back with them. It's Harrison Afool getting up to the outside. They've got a lot of guys that can fill positions and do the job that needs to be done. And tactically, we have to be very aware. Our press needs to be very good because this is one of the teams in the league that if you don't press well and they play through it, they're going to have numbers running at you and you're in trouble. That's why Zardes has scored a ton of goals, and that's why Higuain's one of the best in the league at the number 10 position. So we have to be organized. We have to do everything as a unit.
I think they've yet to score against y'all in regulation, even going back to last season.
No, that's wrong because Higuain scored against us in Baghdad.
Okay. I need to beat up Jason Longshore. He gave me bad info.
I think we won that game too. It was 3-1.
Yeah. Okay.
That was the lone goal,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Okay,
Had a
one
few
goal.
shutouts.
Michael, I saw Barco back out there. Is he scheduled to be back in, have you heard, is he scheduled to be back in?
I don't know, honestly. I didn't know about last week until they posted the 18 on the TV inside. So I don't know. He's had a good week of training. You can see that he's working hard and putting in the work that's needed to be part of the team. So I would expect that to be the case, but I don't know that for sure.
Okay.